What's up, everyone? Tiki here. Before we get into the show, I need to ask you guys for a quick favor. Please take a minute to give us a review on any platform you listen to the show on, especially iTunes. Please, guys. It really goes a long way, and it helps to keep the lights on. Seriously, guys, thank you for that. I can't say it any other way. It's a massive, massive help for the show. All right, that's it. Let's get into the show. What up, everyone? Welcome to Podcast FC Show, episode 231, Premier League Fantasy Talk, with me, your boy Tiki, and Huss, our fantasy football expert. What's up, Huss?
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Good, man. So let's get into it, dude. What do you got for us?
Oh, man. This is the time of year where things get a little hectic, but in a different way from the winter schedule, because we say that, I feel like, at the beginning, it's crazy because we don't know the teams. We say that during the winter because of the crazy schedule. And now at the end, we say that because we got relegation battles. We have people fighting for top four. We have bye weeks because of other competition. So we have double weeks coming up. So right now, this is where you really have to be diligent and do your work and actually get those extra points. So, So 13th place through 19th place right now, separated by 3 points. So when it comes down to it, who's going to show up? Who's going to be the hero? Who's going to be the villain? Favorable matchups, if we want to get into that.
Let's do it.
All right. Favorable matchups. Oh, actually, hold up. My bad. I forgot to talk about what we did last time. Last time we had the buys with the 18 points, the keeps with the 21, the sells with the 10, and the risk with the 20 points. So we're averaging roughly 20 points. That's not horrible.
Not too shabby.
All right, favorable matchups for the week. We got West Brom versus Leicester, Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, Arsenal versus Watford, Bournemouth versus Spurs, Stoke versus City. Manchester City, that is. Unfavorable matchups, we got Manchester United versus Liverpool, Everton versus Brighton, Huddersfield versus Swansea, Newcastle versus Southampton, West Ham versus Burnley. So, I mean, the match of the week is obviously United versus Liverpool.
I want no part of that game, man. I'm going in with zero confidence. Just super nervous about that one. Obviously, we're talking fantasy here, so I'm not going to get into it too much, but man, this could either be a crazy 5-4 game, or it could be a desperate 1-0, maybe 2-1.
Well, I mean, exactly. Where you're at Old Trafford, you're not going to play like the historical type of United teams. You're going to pack it in. I mean, you're playing with 12 guys, because De Gea, he counts as 2 goalies. He's that good. Problem is that Salah plays like he does. Mane, he's on form or keeps up the form. For me, this could become ugly, or this could just be boring. So,
yeah, it all depends. Like you're saying, it all depends on Mourinho, how he wants to tackle it. He'll probably, quote unquote, pack it in. But hey, man, if we get 3 points against Liverpool, whether it's pretty or ugly, we got 3 points against Chelsea. It was one of the ugliest games I've ever seen United play. I'll take it.
Yeah. So let's get into plays right here. We got goalkeepers. So every week, if you're just tuning in for the first time, we tell you 4 players from each position, who to buy, who to keep, who to sell, and who to take a risk on. So for goalkeepers, I have Ederson. He's priced at 5.6, owned by 7.6%. He's actually the second highest goalkeeper in points, and that was a little sneaky. I didn't know that.
And he's a buy, right?
Yeah, he's the buy, because that's going against what we normally said from the beginning of the year. Don't buy defenders. Don't buy the keeper. Always go offense.
Look, it goes to a certain point, right? So at the start of the season, usually teams haven't quite gelled yet. so there aren't many clean sheets. So that's more like a phased out strategy. As you see teams like begin to get more and more clean sheets, then you start picking up those defenders. So yeah, man, Ederson, if it makes sense to pick him up, if he's second for goalkeepers, City has a bit of a tricky schedule, but their defense looks like it's gelling more and more and more. So it's definitely a good shot for a buy.
Well, he's also averaging 5.6 points in the last 13 weeks. And in that time, they have 7 clean sheets. So as much as City at the beginning of the year was letting up that one goal, they've really started to clean it up to get Edison those points.
Definitely.
All right. The keep of the keepers. We got Matthew Ryan of Brighton, priced at 4.5, owned by 2.5%. Look, I mean, he doesn't have a game week 31 because that City game got rescheduled, and he's deceivingly the 7th highest goalkeeper point getter, and it was going to be the Huddersfield keeper. I can't say his name, so I'm not even going to try. But Brighton has 12 less goals allowed than Huddersfield. I didn't know that. Where Brighton is actually doing really well, only 38 goals allowed, and Huddersfield has 50 goals allowed. So I jumped off the Huddersfield bandwagon, went back on the Brighton.
Love it.
Selling, Jack Butland, priced at 5, owned by 2.4% of the game. He just has the worst fixtures. Let's go over his fixtures real quick. Stoke is playing City. Actually, hold up. I'm going to go after Stoke in a different app. Let's see Butland right here. He only has 93 points on the year. Not horrible, but not great. So they have City, Everton, Arsenal, Spurs, West Ham, Burnley, Liverpool.
Jeez, that's ugly.
So that's 7 games. So Everton, but they're sneaky good at getting goal. Well, not sneaky good, but they can be sneaky against a team like Stoke to get back on track because they've had horrible form. And then West Ham has been good. Burnley has been off and on, but besides that, they're facing Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, and City. So Jack Butland, if you are going to make a transfer this summer, you have to make a legit statement in these next 7 games.
He does, man. That's what Pickford did. He got himself, out of relegated Sunderland and jumped onto Everton.
Well, I hope Butland doesn't get jumped on to Liverpool, because if he plays good for those 7 games, I still don't want him.
He could go to West Ham, dude.
Oh, why? They have Joey Hart.
Who? Huh?
Exactly. Forgotten 11.
I like that. I like that. Forgotten 11. I'm writing that down.
All right, so we got a risk player. We got Petr Cech. Priced at 5.3, owned by 4.3%. When it comes down to it, they have a pretty good fixture. Let's look at this. They're not playing in match week 31. That got rescheduled. But they got Watford, Stoke, Southampton, Newcastle, West Ham. Those are pretty good fixtures. Right now, he's not playing the tournament games. So if he's going to show Arsenal that he is the keeper for the next year or 2, he has to start stepping up. Look, the defense hasn't been great for him, but Cech has made a lot of blunders this year. And that's why we hear even Tom and other Arsenal fans say that they need to get rid of him. They need to go some other direction. Right now, if Cech wants a job in London next year, unless if he goes to a different team or a lesser team, he's going to have to move.
Yeah, he's going to have to step up.
Then we got defenders. All right, buying defenders. I got Naughton, Swansea. Let's go after him real quick. I forgot to write down his price. I forgot that he's even a player. He's 4.6, and he's owned by 5.7%. Again, this is a player that doesn't have a match week 31 game, but that's okay. Look, they've given up less than a goal a game. Swansea, 1 loss in the last 13 matches, all comps. They're averaging less than 2 goals a match. Originally, I was going to have a risk player. I've not as the risk player because he seems Swansea's that team that can win, but they can't keep that clean sheet to get the extra points. But you know what? Go for it. Mooey's injured. Mooney has only he has 2 goals in 3 games, but top scorers for Huddersfield, top scorers for Huddersfield have 6 goals, 5 goals, and 4 goals. So it's not like they're coming in hot. And then they also have you could even go for Fabianski for a keeper pick, but I went for Naughton, the defender.
Cool.
Keeps. We're going with Ben Davies. This guy has been
I like that.
He's been so underrated in my mind. He has stepped in when you had Rhodes going down for an injury and you had Kyle Walker going to City. Like, oh, what are we gonna do? We've lost 2 of the best wing backs or outside backs in the league. This guy has been like, don't worry, I got you. This guy's priced at 5.9, owned by 23.9% of the game. Again, a player that's not playing in match week 31. But again, it doesn't matter so much. You got Bournemouth away, you got Chelsea away, Stoke, City. Then it kind of lightens up. For the last 5 games, they have Brighton, Watford, West Brom, Leicester, Newcastle. So at the end of the year, they got 5 good matchups. And this guy, for what he's doing, 5.9 isn't ridiculous. He's averaging 6.1 points in the last 10 weeks. And 7 of those, in those 10 weeks, you get 7 clean sheets. So Tottenham really stepping it up. Selling, Michael Keane, 5.3, owned by 4.9% of the game. Look, I don't recommend owning anybody from Everton right now.
Yeah, they're struggling, man.
Put it this way, if you don't count the good form that they had starting from end of November to end of December, when they first started doing well when Sam came back in there, it was 8 matches, all comps. They got 6 clean sheets. Awesome. If you take those 10 matches out, all comps through the rest of the year, 1 clean sheet.
Jeez.
I was very surprised. Exactly. Because look who they brought in, Ashley Williams. Well, that was last year, right?
Yeah.
And then they brought Michael Keane in. Then you have Jackie Alka. You have legitimate defenders. And something, I don't know if it's the tactics. I don't know if people are just getting older. Something's not gelling at Everton. And soon they're going to have to get rid of probably half. I feel like they're going to have to get rid of half the squad.
Yeah, they're going to have to start over, get some youth in there to work around Davies, maybe bring Ademola Lookman back and give him some more significant minutes. We'll see.
I like Lookman. That's name 11 right there.
Yeah.
Risk pick of the week for defenders. We got Victor Lindelof. And I'm saying that because, like we said at the beginning of the game, it is almost impossible to predict the score of United Liverpool. And with Bali, I don't know if he's cleared to play, I believe, but I'm not sure if he would start. But if he doesn't, Lindelof seems to be the guy that will be getting a start with them. When it comes down to it, he's priced at 4.9, owned by 1.2% of the game. He's priced nice for a United defender. And again, if they pack it in, if they send all 10 guys to just hang out in the 18-yard box, they might be able to stop Liverpool from scoring a goal. But then again, that's why it's the risk pick. Because if Liverpool can open up with a quick goal, this could turn into like negative points.
Yeah, it could get ugly quick.
Midfielders. I mean, there's only one person in my mind right now that has to be the buy for midfielders. And even though that we forgot about him a bit, went to Manchester City. We got Bernardo Silva. This guy has been turning it on. So he's priced at 7.4, which is very reasonable. He's owned by 1.6% of the game. And since December 13th in all comps, he has 6 goals, 8 assists. That's 22 games, so it's not great, but that's a goal or assist. Yeah, I mean, that's not horrible by any means.
Stepped in nicely for Sterling.
Yeah, and in those 22 games, 7 of those games, he played less than 38 minutes because there are a lot of 10-minute games, 11-minute games. And then in the last 3 games, he has 2 goals, 1 assist. And then 10 of the 11 matches he's played 89 or plus minutes. So when it comes down to it, it looks like he's still going to be starting. We know Pep likes to keep guys who are in form. This guy seems to be a ball master. He's almost another David Silva out there, but wing ability. He's passing, he's shooting, everything. This guy seems like he's worth the money.
Absolutely.
Keeping. This guy, soft spot, just came out this week saying that he regretted the way he acted at the end of January. We're going with Mahrez. And again, that's character right there. How can you hate this guy? He even came out and said, you know what, I regret the way I acted. Even though that he was some people think that he was harshly treated in the fact that he wanted to leave and they would not sanction it. But at the same time, everything about this guy seems awesome.
Dude, he's the penultimate professional.
Oh my God.
That's what it comes down to.
Another reason why I want to see him on Liverpool. I'll keep saying that. I don't care. I'll push that one. Look, he's priced at 8.7, owned by 9.1% of the game. Again, week 31 bye. Otherwise, he has good fixtures. You got to believe in him. Because, look, during that title race that they had when they won the title, it went down to who's better, Vardy, Mahrez, Vardy, Mahrez. It's not even close anymore. It's Mahrez. Selling, midfielder, Paul Pogba. This guy, you have to go for this guy to sell. Priced at 7.9, which isn't too bad. Owned by 11.8% of the game. He's the 10th highest midfielder in the game. Look, he's drama central. Between him and Jose, oh my God, it's like a soap opera. I don't even know.
It's tough this year to figure out Pogba's rhythm. Obviously, he's out of rhythm. So, yeah, I can see the sell, but watch him tomorrow get himself a hat trick. Find his form again. But nah, man, based on his performances and his numbers, I got to back you on this. Not based on my heart, though.
Not bad. Well, you know what? That leads me to a point I wrote down. People have him because of what he can do, not because of what he will do.
Agreed.
Because this guy, he could just go off for 2 goals and assists, and it'll make it look easy. And then you're saying, why doesn't he do that every game? But in the last 2, 4, 6 matches, he has 5 points, 2 points, 2 points, 1 point, 2 points, 2 points. And then he goes for 11, 12. Then it goes to 3, 2, 2, 0, 0, 0. I mean, this guy he's like a flash in the pan. Boom.
Yeah.
He's here. Boom. Now he's not. All right. Risk pick. I couldn't decide who to pick. In the end, I obviously did, but I had Ozil, Zaha, and Ward-Prowse. Because when it comes down to it, you got Ozil, who now that Arsenal is pretty much clinched outside of top 4, is his mind thinking only Cup, only Europa. And that's who I picked. But Zaha coming back, that's a risk. But then when Zaha's in the lineup for Crystal Palace, it's magic. Like I underrated the dude. I did. That's why I made that bet at the what was it? Like 12 weeks in or something, right before he came back with free. I'm like, oh yeah, Crystal Palace, they might be going for the record for least goals scored in the league ever with 21. But once he came back, it was goal, 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 goal. And then you also have Ward-Prowse, this guy. If anyone's going to keep up Southampton, I think this guy will. His crossing ability, his free kick taking, everything about this guy, so underrated. But Ozil, priced at 9.3, owned by 2.2% of the game. Again, no match week 31, and it really just comes down to Ozil's mentality. All right, going into forwards, staying with Ozil's team. We talked about it very briefly, either before last podcast or during it. The guy that I should have picked up last week, but I didn't, Aubameyang. Priced at 10.4. That's very reasonable. I think that's who I'm buying this week. Priced at 4.5%. Sorry, owned by 4.5% of the game. He's 2 goals in 2 weeks, so he's already done better than Lacazette for the most part. No match during week 31. But again, this guy for 10.4, he's a guy that can go for 2-3 goals, and you say, why doesn't he do that every week? Keeping Chris Wood, Burnley, priced at 6.2, owned by 0.7. So that's 0.7% of the game. Not even 1% have belief in this dude. I understand that people gave up on him because he was injured for so long. But this guy, if Burnley's going to win, this guy's going to be involved. Look, all his goals has resulted in a win or a draw. These are meaningful goals. And this guy coming off the bench, starting, I just believe in this dude. He has that energy, that belief. And West Ham, they have allowed the second most goals in the whole league. And in the last 2 matches, West Ham have let up 4 goals in each match. So Chris Wood, let's go score some goals. Selling. Keeping with United. Oh, wait, no, he's not in United anymore. Keeping with the United legend. Selling. The one and only Wayne Rooney. See you later, bud.
Don't tell Al. Don't tell Al.
Oh, it has to be time, dude. Look, this guy was just a time bomb waiting to go, a retirement time bomb waiting to go off. He's priced at 7.2, owned by 10.2% of the game. He has no goals since match week 18.
Jesus.
And we're going into match day 30 right now. So in the last 11 match weeks, he's only played 8 of them. He's averaging 1.375 points a match when he has played. And that was in 8 games. It's like 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, more or less. So Wayne Rooney, how's MLS doing?
Not a bad shout. Come to the Revs.
Well, that or call Beckham, your boy. All right. Risk pick. I know this seems not much like a risk pick, but it's the same mentality that I have with Ozil. I'm going Harry Kane. Priced at 12.9, owned by 46.9% of the game. It has everything to do with midweek match versus Juventus. Is he going to be the Harry Kane that says, let's buckle down, let's get these goals, let's keep top 4? Or is he just going to be that player that says, we've done this 3 years in a row, just 4 years, it just seems like Spurs can't get over that hump. Is he just going to sit and dwell about it? Or is he going to be the player that everyone thinks he is and really just get up and keep scoring goals?
I like that.
All right. My captain pick of the week. This one's a tough one because I want to go with Aubameyang, Watford, but I'm also deciding to go against Bernardo Silva with Stoke. I'm going to Aubameyang with Arsenal going against Watford. Troy Deeney, I said he's going to do magic the last 2 weeks. He did, but I think against Arsenal, who just came off that very convincing win against the miserable AC Milan, I think that might be the kick that helps Arsenal keep top 6 if they don't win the Europa. So, Aubameyang, you're my pick.
Dude, I'm going to go with Sergio Aguero playing against Stoke. He didn't play midweek. Jesus got to run around. This dude is prolific. Stoke is really in shambles right now, barely holding on. So I'm going to go Aguero.
Triple captain if you have it?
Dude, it's time, man. I mean, match day 30, you got 8 more match days. What are you saving it for? Pull the button.
I like holding on to it for like the last 3 match days.
Desperate times, dude. Then you're not making, wise decisions. But all good, man. If you're saving it, save it. I blew mine up. Got me 30 points. So I'll take it. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Match day 30, Premier League Fantasy Talk preview action for you guys. Good luck this weekend. As always, if you have questions, hit us up on social media, Facebook, Twitter, or our Instagram. Huss, anything else before we go?
I'm good. Good luck, guys.
Good luck, fellas and ladies too. Peace.